If you don't participate in the process, you got no beef. Does your work rely on or benefit from the participation of stakeholders? Are you dealing with frustrated stakeholders who don't really know how the process works? Maybe even a back channel that's like the meeting after the meeting where you think decisions are made and then somehow they magically get undone. Why does this happen? Usually it's because stakeholders aren't clear on the expectations for participation in the process. They also have very low visibility into how projects get done. And because of that, they're not engaged in the process. How can they be engaged in a process that they either don't understand or don't even know exists? What if I told you there was a game you could play with your stakeholders that would not only be fun, it would drive clarity in the whole process across the organization, it would drive participation because who doesn't want to be part of a fun thing? It would bring energy to the process of choosing which things get done in your corporation. Hi, I'm Lynn, and for the last 30 or so years, I've been helping companies from one-person startups to Fortune 50 corporations get some pretty incredible things done. And now I'm on a mission to help you turn your company's biggest ideas into your biggest accomplishments. Let's talk about that game. So the game is Stakeholder Poker. Now, don't come for me because I know it's not poker. I don't know how to play poker, but it's a game and it's still fun. So that's what we're calling it. You can call it the $10 game, the prioritization game, whatever you want to call it. But the purpose of the game is to identify and prioritize work to be done. That's it, in a fun way. So the players of the game are you. So as a facilitator, you're part of the game, although you don't vote. You are probably part of a division like or IT or something like that, but for purposes of the game, we need another person assigned from your division to be part of it. So you're just facilitating. You're also going to be doing some of the pre-work and the follow-up. Then we have division representatives. So division representatives would be somebody that was chosen by the senior leader of each of the divisions or departments. And that person is really representing that group, for example, marketing. We also need then the senior leaders to be part of it. So it's you, it's the division reps, and it's the senior leaders from those divisions. And we need them involved for two reasons. It's help to select the person from their division, somebody that they feel like they can trust and rely on to voice the needs of the entire division. And also, if somebody doesn't like the decisions that are made, we can escalate it to that senior leader. So that's who's part of it. Then we have pre-work. So the pre-work is really on you. So first one is you're going to schedule your meetings. So there's two kinds of meetings. There's the backlog review meetings, and that would happen with your division reps. And then there's the full team meeting where you're going to play the game. So you're going to get those on the calendar because you don't want people to have to miss them for any reason. Occasionally it does happen, someone's traveling or whatever, but people can assign a proxy and that's totally fine. If nobody shows up, so let's say nobody from sales is there, they're traveling or whatever, or they don't get a vote. And so this actually drives a lot of participation because nobody wants to miss out on being able to be part of prioritizing what gets done. So you do have very high attendance at this meeting, which is wonderful. So you get that meeting scheduled. Then there's the monthly or quarterly or however often you're going to do this meeting with the whole team where you play the game. The meeting where you're meeting with the individual reps is where you're going to ask them to choose the items that they're going to bring to the meeting where you play the game. So if you're meeting with a marketing person, you're going to show them the whole backlog and you're going to say, hey, here's all the things in the backlog that are assigned to marketing as a marketing thing. One, are these all things that still need to be done? And if so, we're going to keep them on the list. There might be some things that we can toss out that no longer need to be done. And I actually let people see the entire backlog because there might be on things, for instance, that's on the sales side of things. It might be on sales' list, but maybe it's actually in a marketing team. So, we can get all of that straightened out and make sure that everybody knows whose is what. So anyway, so we have that. We're going to say, hey, here's all the things on the list. Please go back, choose your items that you want to bring to the meeting. And then a day or so before the meeting, they can let you know which things they want to present. Then we come to the day of the meeting where we're going to play the game. First of all, we're going to have each of the division reps describe the items that they would like to have prioritized to the group. They take 1 minute per item. We have 3 minutes for Q&A for each item. And then we ask people to vote. How many of your $10 that you're going to get to prioritize things, how many of those $10 would you like to put towards Sarah's item? And then people get to vote. Some people might not put anything on an item, and some people might put all of their dollars on an item, and they can do however they want. They're the representative for their group, totally fine. So we're gonna go around, and then we're gonna go around again, because once we do that, you can see how things are trending, how things are shaking out, and you might want, that one has everybody's vote. It's gonna happen anyway, so I'd actually like to move my $2 to this other thing. That's totally fine. That's great. That's what we want. We want this to be part of the process. So we're gonna go around one more time and ask people if they wanna change anything on their list. Then we're gonna just double check and make sure that we haven't made any errors with things and everything looks good. We adjourn the meeting and we're done. Back to you. So you're gonna send out a recap to everyone who was at the meeting, anybody who happened to miss, the senior leadership team, and anybody else you decide really needs to be up to speed on what's happening with this process. So that recap goes out. Then you're gonna hand the items off to the appropriate teams for doing the work. Rinse and repeat. Basically, that's it. What happens from all of this is we now have clear expectations. How things are chosen is very clear. We also have high visibility because a lot of people know which things were chosen to be done and who's doing the work. And then finally, that drives engagement. Like, if people understand the process, they're wanting to be part of the process. And if you don't participate in the process, you got no beef. So that leads to high stakeholder satisfaction. It leads to momentum in getting things done, and it leads to patience. People that understand a process and feel that their voice is heard in it are more patient with the process, and they're willing to wait, which helps to circumvent all of that back channel, hidden projects, frustration, all of that, because they're part of it now and they understand it and they feel that their voice is heard. It's a wonderful thing. So if that's something that's good to you, go ahead and create your own process based on this. I do have a Notion template. If you're interested, just comment poker in the comments and I'll send that out to you. If you're looking for ways to get external stakeholders involved, check out my next video about setting up a customer advisory board. It's not as hard as you think and it can be just as fun. Till then, have a great day. Bye.